So good evening and welcome to Tier 2 comms for FRL's F1 Tuesdays. We're in Mexico tonight on the penultimate round of the season. The big news is that Sadistic King could potentially take home the Tier 2 trophy tonight. The only person to stand in his way is MS Winfield. MS Winfield currently 55 points behind in the championship. To take the top spot, MS Winfield would have to score 14 points more than Sadistic tonight. All Sadistic has to do, to make it simple, is finish third with both pole and fastest lap, or finish second and higher. And then the championship is his. We look back at the season so far, we've had 4 different winners. Over the season, there's Sadistic King, Leclerc, Unknown Elder, and Tricker 1997. However, we have had 13 different pole sitters. I won't go through them all, but a good variety and a good competition here in Tier 2, which is what we love to see. I mean, there's close battles all the way down the championship table. It's not just the top spot that we'll be focusing on tonight. There are battles elsewhere. The likes of Ollie RL, Ginge and Myla Rose all being within 1 point of each other in the championship. I do apologise, my voice is still a little crackly from last week and the week before, but we're pushing through. This COVID got me bad, but we're fighting for it. So the drivers are just now readying up, and we'll be ready to start qualifying in the next few moments. So here we are in a nice and sunny Mexico by the looks of it. Not really a cloud in the sky. Hopefully if any of the drivers are tuned into the stream, they can let us know what the weather forecast is for the race as well. That would be amazing. So no one's eager to leave the pits right away. All the drivers currently staying where they are. We do have movement from one of the Alfa Romeos, that's iLinks. The first driver out on track in the number 21. And now we do have a few other drivers leaving the pits. Ollie RL, Pascal, and the 2 Mercedes as well. 2 Mercedes actually, interestingly, going out together. Maybe some team tactics going on here. So with just 16 in this session, we will only see 1 car eliminated. One unlucky driver, and the rest will make their way through to Q2. So with regards to that, we probably won't see drivers pushing to their full potential in this session. There's no need to. You don't want to waste the tyres. You don't want to risk crashing either. So let's have a look. iLinks is about to start, and he has now started his flying lap. Making his way down that huge main straight. And now into turn 1, 2 and 3. Nicely done, just clipping the apexes in each one. Very clean and tidy. Now opens the DRS onto the straight number 2. Is it clean through 4, 5? Yes it is. Down to 6. And now through the wibbly wobbly bits. Very tidily done. DRS is now open for the third DRS section of the lap. And coming into the stadium area now. Using all of that exit curb. And across the line in a 1:16.6, iLinks leads the way at the moment in this first session. You can see Ollie RL cross the line here with 1:16.3, 3/10 up on the Alfa Romeo driver, and here comes Pascal. Pascal does 1:17.1 to slot into P3 at the moment. Instantly off the power actually. Just one lap, and William Gaming with a 1:16.1 has just taken lead of the session. Again, instantly off the power, deciding one lap is plenty. Torre's lap didn't go through, so my guess is it was invalidated. Marcel has also set a lap time, currently in P5 in the Alpha Tauri. And now we have MS Winfield coming through, and MS Winfield goes up to P2, 1:16.5. And Ollie RL's crashed out. Oh, disaster on the in-lap. What has happened here for Ollie RL? Just up on the right-hand side, we might see it. Yellow flags being waved. There is the Ferrari of Ollie RL just being cleared away there. In the barrier. And unfortunately won't be able to take part in the rest of qualifying. Oh, and there's a huge crash for Carlo. He's gone off in practically the same place. Within 30 seconds, we've seen almost an identical crash to what happened to Ollie RL moments ago. And that Red Bull is well and truly out of qualifying. Wow, wow, wow. Dramatic start to Q1 here. Meanwhile, Mazepin set a fastest Sector 1 time. Now, if the drivers know what's going on, if they're tuning into the stream, they'll realise that actually all they need to do to get through to Q2 is actually set a time. It doesn't need to be a fast time or anything like that. It just needs to be a time, and they will automatically make their way into Q2. So here comes Mazepin just in Sector 3. Couldn't quite keep the purple Sector 2, but definitely looking at a good time here for the McLaren driver. And it's up to P6, 1:17.5. Although we've only got 6 drivers that have currently set times, the times are as close as they always are during Tier 2, and Myla Rose goes fastest. by a tiny, tiny margin to take P1 off from William Gaming. And the Warrior goes into P3 for 116.2. And here we've got Jay Hartnell, who is following fairly closely Scenario 7, both on flying laps. Jay Hartnell just getting a little bit of a toe, really, not too close behind Scenario 7, but might just give a little bit of an advantage for the Red Bull driver. So both the Haas's so far haven't made a move. They've just been sat in the pits for the whole time. They're saying that. I can just see one moving now on the mini-map. We'll find out which one that is. As Jay Hartnell was testing the track limits there, that must have been very close in validation, but it wasn't quite. And it's Unknown Elder that has left the pits. Sadistic King holding his cards close to his chest for the moment. And Scenario 7 goes 4th. Jay Hartnell goes 10th. And the Warrior has just set the fastest time of the session. First driver to reach the 115s here tonight. And Mazepin's gone. Mazepin has just crashed out of the session. Who is nearby? Warrior Huntsman. And it's in the same corner again, through the wibbly wobbly part, as they are definitely officially known. And the car was cleared before we could get there. William Gaming has decided to retire from the session fairly early on, but he must be aware that the time's set, he's through, no more work needs to be done. Meanwhile, Warrior Huntsman's just set fastest Sector 2, so let's see where this takes him. Across the line and up into P6. And that gap between between Scenario 7 and Jay Hartnell has closed quite significantly. Scenario 7 doesn't improve, neither does Jay Hartnell. As you see, Torres is now starting a flying lap. Here comes the Mercedes driver, all quite wide on the exit there from turn 3, but keeps it within the limits. Just teasing the throttle there through turns 4 and 5. Unknown Elder, meanwhile, has set the fastest lap time of the session at 1:15.7 to take that from the Warrior. Oh, and a little bit of oversteer there from Torres. Manages to correct it straight away. A little bit of a scary moment there. Bearing in mind we've seen 3 drivers already crash out in this session through that sector. And Torres is now coming through the final corner and will cross the line and into P3. 1:15.994. Very nice time there by Torres, showing good pace early on in this session. So Scenario 7 is going for some grass cutting. I was just cutting to him as he's the only driver currently on a flying lap, other than Torres and Unknown Elder, who I believe are on in laps. Yeah, Solaris 7 just taking a quick route. Here we go. We have Sadistic King, the championship leader, on his outlap. All eyes are on him this evening. Can he take the Tier 2 championship? Four wins this season, more than anyone else. In fact, double anyone else. Won the last 3 races as well on the trot, so in fantastic form. Can he make it number 4 tonight here in Mexico? Meanwhile, let's jump to Marcel. We see a lot of drivers retiring fairly early on in this session, they know. They're through. Marcel's just invalidated that lap actually, so this one won't count. He is going to go again for another one. Oh, and Sadistic's hit the wall. What on earth happened there for Sadistic King? We were just on board. And he's hit the wall. The wheel has gone completely from the Haas. He just looked as if he braked way too late there, coming into sector 3. And just didn't get the turn in. Couldn't turn the car at all. And Sadistic King will be starting from the last row of the grid. Wow. Huge drama in this session. I really have not seen anything like this all season long, I don't think. So in the end, 4 drivers crashing out on circuit. Ollie R10, Mazepin, Sadistic King and Carlos Skiller will head the back 2 rows of the grid. I'm just hoping Marcel can make it home safely. So this has thrown a huge advantage to MS Winfield. The pressure's now on him to start as far up from the grid as possible. We just see Marcel has just retired on track. That just leaves iLinks and Scenario 7, so I would suggest if you're not going to leave the pits again, could you guys retire in the pits? And we'll call that the end of the session a few minutes early. And there we go, Scenario 7 retires from the session. So let's have a look. Unknown Elder tops the session in the Haas with 115.7, closely followed by the Warrior and Torrades. As we mentioned, Ollie RL, Mazepin, Sadistic King and Carlos Skiller Ollie RL, Mazepin, Sadistic King and Carlos Skiller all retiring from the session out on track means that they will not be able to take part in the rest of qualifying and will line up from these positions respectively. It means we will only lose 2 drivers in Q2, and the field being as tight as it is, it will be an interesting session. It's now getting underway. So here we are in Q2. Who's going to make the first move? It's one of the Mercedes. It's Torres. So let's look at the tyre choices. Is it not Torres? Oh, it's not Torres. I do apologise, it's William Gaming out first on the softs. I mean, the drivers do have a slight advantage here. With only 2 drivers being eliminated, there's less pressure on, and if they want to go for the medium tyre, they have more chance of getting through to Q3 with the medium than what they would if we had 5 drivers being eliminated. There are a lot of different pit stop strategies you can pull at Mexico. Most of them sit around the 2 stop. So the tyre you start on doesn't necessarily have such an impact as what it does at other tracks. So here goes William Gaming onto the flying lap. So here we go with William Gaming just coming through the 3rd sector now. Will be the first lap time set on the session. There's a good mix of medium and softs. The majority of the drivers going for the medium tyre then. So William Gaming across the line 117.6. Again, the conditions look really great here in Mexico. No signs of rain at the moment. MS Winfield just starting a flying lap then. Pascal's going to cross the line, but unfortunately that lap's been invalidated, so it won't count. Here's scenario 7. He'll be our first driver to cross the line on the medium tyres, so we'll get a good feel of what sort of times are achievable on this tyre. And across the line comes the Alpine driver, 118.2. Guys, I keep having to take my mic out so I can cough. I don't get why it gets so bad when I start commentating, but I seem to get iller whilst I commentate, if that is a thing. Right, where were we? I keep losing concentration, but I do my best. Myla Rose is coming across the line, goes 117 dead for the mediums, fastest lap time of the session. Torres' lap time has been invalidated. Pascal's hasn't this time, he's kept it in the lines. Although he seems to be going quite slowly here through the last sections. There you go, the pace is back on. It's a 131.3, so there's obviously a problem there for Pascal. somewhere along the line that we didn't quite catch. Marcel's coming through the final sector. In fact, through the final corner. And across the line with 1:17.9 on the medium. Very good time. Roy Huntsman now leaving the pits. Here's MS Winfield then. On the soft tyre he's opted for, and it's a 1:16.2. Great time there from the AlphaTauri driver. Tops the session so far. So we're definitely seeing who our main pace setters are for the Q3 session. Obviously it depends who gets eliminated from Q2 first. Pascal's had his time invalidated again. He's going to start to run low on fuel, and yet in fact he is going to come into the pits. Had an AlphaTauri crash just back there. That was Marcel. Unknown Elder's now back on track, top Q1, so definitely want to keep an eye on for pole position. The Warriors just starting a flying lap now as well. Another one I'd definitely keep an eye on for pole position when we come round to Q3. Nicely done by Unknown Elder, keeping it very tidy through the wibbly wobbly into Q3, Sector 3, sorry. Marcel's just had another spin by the looks of it, but is still going. Here comes Unknown Elder into P2, but on the medium tyre, just 3/10 behind MS Winfield. Jay Hartnell just invalidated the lap there, right at the last corner, very unlucky. Here comes the Warrior then. Into P5, 1:17.6, also on the medium tyre. Someone else just crossed the line there, that was Warrior Huntsman, slow time of 1:37, so obviously some sort of problem there for the Alpine driver. iLink's now starting a flying lap on the medium tyre. So we've got a few more drivers leaving the pits now for their second attempts, just over 5 minutes left in this session. At the moment we have 3 drivers yet to complete lap times there, Jay Hartnell, iLink's, Peace and Torres. The latter 2 are now on flying laps. And it's the fastest sector 2 for iLink. Coming through the final corner now. You see MS Winfield retires from the session. He's happy. It's 7th place for iLinks, 117.9. Through at the moment, but is it safe? Torres on the soft tyre, hoping to not invalidate this lap. Just coming through the final few corners and now. And across the line, and it's fastest for Torres, a 1:16 dead. Moves him into P1 ahead of MS Winfield. So see Jay Hartnell start a flying lap. Well, looking at the times, the two that are in danger are Pascal and Warrior Huntsman. Their times are way off due to incidents on their laps. Everyone else after that very close together. A lot of the drivers in the 17s. The two drivers at the top, Torres and MS Winfield, on the soft tyre. A little bit ahead of everyone else on the mediums. We watch Jay Hartnell work his way through the wibbly wobbly. I'm calling it that forever now. That is what it's known as. Same as at Silverstone and Austin and any other track with wibbly wobbly bits. And here comes Jay Hartnell across the line into P4, 1:17 dead. Nice work from the Red Bull driver. That leaves Pascal and Warrior Huntsman then both in the drop zone. Pascal's come through, but the lap time's been invalidated, unfortunately. Meanwhile, Unknown Elder retires from the session. Pascal hasn't had much luck so far with the track limits. Mexico is a tricky one. 4 track limits, a lot of drivers will get caught out, and I'm sure we'll see plenty of penalties today in the race. Warrior Huntsman making his way down the second DRS zone and then hard braking. It's the fastest sector 1. So Warrior Huntsman really looking to improve on the previous lap time. Let's jump back to Pascal, who's going through wibbly wobbly. Let's be able to see what the sector time is as he crosses it, 6 seconds up on the previous. Meanwhile, Warrior Huntsman is 19 seconds up. So Pascal going through the final sector. What sort of time can he produce? It's P6, 1:17.1. Safe for now. And Warrior Huntsman's invalidated the lap time. Oh no. He'll have to go round again. A lot of drivers have just left the pits to do final attempts. Just under a minute left in this session. So Warrior Huntsman only really gets one more shot at this, so does Scenario 7. This is it. We'll keep a very close eye on both our Alpine drivers. They are currently sat 3rd and 4th in the championships. As going out both cars in Q2 is definitely not what they want. So Warrior Huntsman 20 seconds up now. That's faster than the last lap. Fastest sector 2 as well. Jump back to Scenario 7, who's also on a improved lap. A couple attempts up. Here goes Warrior Huntsman, surely It's going to push him through. It does, and it's the fastest time of the session, 1:15.9. That drops iLinks, and iLinks is in the pit, so unfortunately iLinks will not make it through. And it's a huge crash. Scenario 7 has had a huge impact with the wall. And we just cut to that in time, but just really missed a reason for it happening. Milo Rose having to take quite evasive action there to avoid the Alpine. But it's over for Scenario 7. The 5th driver caught out in qualifying. It means Marcel will make it through. So will the Warrior. Topped by Warrior Huntsman with a 1:15.9. iLinks and Scenario 7 eliminated from the session. The grid split pretty evenly. In fact, we've got 5 drivers on the softs and 5 on the medium for starting the race in the top 10. Warrior Huntsman, Torres, MS Winfield, Jay Hartnell and Pascal all on softs. Unknown Elder, Milo Rose, William Gaming, the Warrior and Marcel on the mediums. So looking at pole, well, there's definitely a few drivers up for MS Winfield, Unknown Elder, Torres, Warrior Huntsman and William Gaming, just to name a few. It's going to be very close in Q3, I feel. Here we are in Q3. Who's going to make the first move in our top 10 shoutout? Top 10 shootout. That is the word that I was looking for. And it's the Warrior that leaves the pits first in the Aston Martin. We do see almost all the drivers leaving the pit straight away. In fact, Torres coming very close to Pascal there. It looks as if MS Winfield, Unknown Elder and Jay Hartlaw are the ones that are going to stay back. No, MS Winfield has gone for it. So stay with the AlphaTauri driver who's desperately trying to warm up the tyres. This is who we're focusing on. Can MS Winfield stop Sadistic King from taking the title? I mean, the point for pole position is quite crucial, really. So the Warrior has started a flying lap. Looking very strong so far. In the Aston Martin, but that was a huge oversteer snap just on the exit of turn 3. Managed to get it back though. Might have lost a little bit of time there. William Gaming, Jay Hartnell, and we've had a retirement on track. It's the Warrior. The Warrior's gone just on the left-hand side here. Yep, there's the car, all smashed up. And that's number 6 out in qualifying, where you start to wonder to yourself, how many are actually going to finish the race here? We've had 6 out in qualifying. Warrior Huntsman goes fast as 1:15.9, and then William Gaming goes fast as also a 1:15.9. Very good, very close times to start this session off with. Well, the key to either Sadistic King or MS Winfield's championship victory could just be surviving here in Mexico. We watch MS Winfield as he comes through sector 3. All very, very deep there into the hairpin corner. And it's 5th for MS Winfield. It's one of the slower times that he has produced so far. Perhaps on warm tyres we did see him go deep into the hairpin. I think Marcel's just letting a few of the other cars through. Nicely done. And all that drama he must have missed. Milo Rose had first lap time invalidated, just invalidated the second lap time as well. And low on fuel, so I expect we'll see the McLaren straight back to the pits now. William Gaming also invalidated. Marcel invalidated. Pascal invalidated. MS Winfield not invalidated. MS Winfield invalidated. And that is how hard the corner cutting is here in Mexico. Penalties will be crucial tonight. Both MS Winfield and Sadistic King are really known for their ability to not pick up track limit penalties, especially Sadistic King. As we are now seeing Unknown Elder on an outlap and Torres, the two that held back originally, are now on their outlaps, just over 6 minutes to go. The Unknown Elder feathering the throttle and the brakes. And now entering the tricky part of the circuit, where we've seen so many drivers go wrong already. Warrior Huntsman's also gone straight out onto another outlap. And here goes Unknown Elder then onto the flying lap, the DRS Open, reaching max speeds over 200 miles an hour by the braking point. Swiftly into turns 1, 2 and 3, clipping all the apexes, and a lovely exit as well. DRS Open onto the next straight. In the background we can see Torres chasing down. Very cleanly, very nicely done. Through sector 2 and now into the wibbly wobbly. How does Unknown Elder hold it? Ooh, brushing track limits there with the curb. Very nicely done. Keeps it flat on exit. Saves so much time. Faster sector 1s and 2s. We're just making our way through sector 3 now. And will this be the pole position time? Here comes Unknown Elder, and it's a 1:15.3. 6 tenths ahead of William Gaming. and into provisional pole position. Let's check on Torres. The lap time was invalidated, so Torres will have to make his way round again. Meanwhile, we have Warrior Huntsman, who's had a huge moment. Warrior Huntsman. I do not believe it. Both the Alpine drivers now. That is driver number 7. Warrior Huntsman out of qualifying. The time will still stand, so he has a chance of starting fairly high up on the grid. But unfortunately, that is over for Warrior Huntsman. Had a shot at pole position, really. What's gone on here? We have both... they're just letting other cars through. Bit of a traffic jam, really, going on between Pascal and Marcel. They just let Unknown Elder and Torres back free. Let's check on Torres. Hasn't invalidated this lap. Unknown Elder's just going to let the Mercedes through. So can Torres put his Mercedes on pole position? Not quite, it's P4, it's 1:59 though, and P3 and P2 are also on 1:59, so... But the fuel light is on. I'm not sure if Torres will have enough time to get back to the pits and back out again, though it is a short circuit here in Mexico, so possibly. We are now seeing people leave the pits for their final attempts. Pascal and Marcel actually very, very close here, both on flying laps. Haven't given each other a lot of space to work with. Drivers are currently 5th and 6th respectively. They want to see if they can improve their positions. They both make it through the wibbly wobbly section with no real issues. So Pascal will cross the line first. Has Pascal improved? Yes, he has. Slight improvement, but not a position. Same for Marcel. Just trying to work out who's on what, and MS Winfield has invalidated the lap again. Currently down in P7. So Warrior Huntsman, MS Winfield is going to get one more shot at this. Currently in P7. He's going to want better than that. He's got to take every single bit of advantage here over Sadistic King, who isn't in this session. A little bit of a shake under braking there for the AlphaTauri. We've just seen Jay Hartnell's had a problem in the Red Bull, facing the wrong way but still going. MS Winfield makes way into Sector 2 as the qualifying flags are out for this session. Unknown Elder remains on provisional pole. There's lots of cars still to set lap times. Let's jump on board with them. Well, Jay Hartnell unfortunately won't be able to set a lap time. He'll start from P8 at best, and that's if Milo Rose can't get a time in before then. And he does, and it's P2. Milo Rose in P2 with 1:15.6. Pulled it out of the bag at the very last moment. Can William Gaming jump back into P2? He's coming across the line now. He might even make P1. He just misses out on it. Just. And it is P2 for William Gaming now, back on the front row of the grid. And we're going to jump back down. MS Winfield can only make 6th position. He's the third driver to do a 1:15.9. so close to P5, so close to P4, but it is P6 for MS Winfield. I think realistically he will be fairly happy with that. The times are incredibly close in this session. Here comes Marcel. Don't think he improved. So there we have it. Unknown Elder takes pole position in the Haas. William Gaming will line up next to him in P2. Milo Rose and Warrior Huntsman complete the second row of the grid with Torres in P5. MS Winfield in P6, hoping to get a good start and keep the advantage over Sadistic King. Pascal Ruse in P7 with fellow German Marcel KN lining up in P8. Jay Hartnell will take P9 and the Warrior tops off P10. So we'll just wait for the players to ready up. Looks like another clear session in Mexico for our race. As well as having a cough and a snotty nose, I've also now developed hiccups. How does this happen? Why does commentating on F1 make me ill? Why? So here we are ready for the formation lap, and then we'll have 36 laps of racing. 16 drivers lining up on the grid tonight. How many will finish? So let's look at the tyre choices. It's pretty evenly split between medium softs. The top three going for the mediums. Obviously they had to go with the tyre they used in Q2. Further down the grid, when we get to the drivers that had free choice, iLinks on soft, Scenario 7 medium, Ollie RL, Mazepin on soft, Sadistic King medium, and Carlos Skiller medium. There is some of the strategy. I doubt we'll see the hard tyre in play really. The soft medium is the most common strategy. If we do see the hard, it will be for one stops, and quite frankly the hard tyre just doesn't work the same as the softs and the mediums round here. For some reason we've got quite a gap in the formation map between Scenario 7 and iLinks. Oh, Scenario 7 almost losing it there. Manages to keep control. That was a little bit of a scare. So no, they're just making his way through the final corner. And ready to start forming the grid. And we're missing our P3 Milo Rose. Oh, there he is. Just waiting for the very last cars to line up. So we've already got Glitches with the leaderboard. Let me front to the front. 5 red lights. Lights out and away we go. And who's going to get the good start? It looks like it's going to be Unknown Elder. Yes, it is definitely a great start for Unknown Elder. Probably not so much for William Gaming. He's going to come under pressure here from a few other drivers. They're going to go very, very many cars wide into turn 1. And there's a huge crash at the back. That was one of the Alpines. Was that scenario 7? Someone had a huge crash. There was a wing flying off. Everyone has continued. It's Carlos Skiller that's actually lost the front wing there. That is going to be a lap 1 pit stop. The front wing is completely off. Further up, everyone seems to have got through quite clearly, but there's contact there between one of the Mercedes. That was Torres and Marcel and I-Links, I believe. So we've just calmed down now. Everyone's just got that first lap nerves out of them. But we're still a bit all over the place coming out of the corners here. Just keep them from contact though. One of the Red Bulls does go wide. That's Jay Hartnell off onto the green there. Scenario 7 makes his way past. So Unknown Elder does cross the line now. And Carlos Skiller unfortunately limping his way back to the pits, but has managed to get the Red Bull there. So the front wing is replaced, but the car's stationary. There it goes. Carlos Skiller back on his way. Meanwhile, Ollie RL has been passed by Sadistic King. So MS Winfield still in P6, trying to make ground on the cars in front, but there is a lot of traffic going on. Pascal is the first victim of 3-second penalties, and I-Links quickly follows. Both the Alfa Romeos picking up 3-second penalties here on lap 2 of 36. A lot of laps to go. Keep getting all sorts of strategies thrown at us. Meanwhile, at the front, Unknown Elders gain 1.6 over William Gaming. Is Warrior Huntsman going to go for an overtake here? Well, meanwhile, Pascal has got past Milo Rose, but not quite there side by side. Let's see what the Alfa Romeo and McLaren will do. They go into turn 1. And it looks like it's a fairly clean overtake there by Pascal using the soft tyre to his advantage. Can Milo Rose respond going down in the next straight? DRS isn't yet active, but it will be on the next DRS zone. Warrior Huntsman has made way past William Gaming, but went very wide on the exit. William Gaming is going back through on the inside. There's Warrior Huntsman, way more momentum around the outside of the corner, and Warrior Huntsman retakes P2. Oh, there's a huge crash, and it's our first victim. That is Pascal Ruse. And it's virtual safety car. It may even turn to full safety car. How unfortunate for the Alfa Romeo driver, having such a good race, really, up into P4, just ahead of Milo Rose. So unfortunate to see, but we knew it was coming, absolutely. It looks like it is just going to stick to a virtual safety car, so we'll run through the order quickly. It's Unknown Elder ahead of Warrior Huntsman by 3 seconds. William Gaming follows with Milo Rose in P4, MS Winfield in P5. Torres is in P6, closely followed by I-Links in P7. Marcel is in P8, the Warrior P9. Mazepin in P10, Scenario 7 in P11, Jay Hartnell in P12. Sadistic King has made his way up to P13 with Ollie RL in P14 and Carlos Skiller in P15. He is a driver that would have loved a safety car right now, but unfortunately it wasn't to be. And the virtual safety car has ended. We're back to racing. Unknown Elder leads the way by 2 seconds. And we've had a yellow flag again. It's William Gaming. Has William Gaming just done the exact same thing? He has! A lap later, we've just seen a Mercedes do the exact same thing. Well, surely this has to be safety car. Surely. It looks like it's just yellow flags. No sign of a safety or virtual safety car. And once again we are back to racing. Warrior Huntsman has gained 3 seconds over Milo Rose there. Not too sure how that happened. Maybe Milo Rose was a little bit included in that crash. And here comes MS Winfield. He's going to make his way onto the podium. MS Winfield into P3. Nothing Milo Rose could do about that. No DRS and no tyre advantage. Meanwhile, the Warrior and Marcel and Mazepin are all going side by side. Mazepin picked up a 3 second. It's still side by side. A little bit of contact there between the McLaren and the AlphaTauri. In fact, the AlphaTauri did benefit from that. But Mazepin's going to go for it again down into turn 4 on the inside. And yet, nice and cleanly through. Scenario 7 wants a piece of Marcel as well now, but goes very wide there just on the curb. Torres, 3 seconds. So Sadistic King is actually quite a way off the next car. Over 3 seconds behind Jay Hartnell as it currently stands. And MS Winfield now defending from Torres, but there's nothing he can do. Torres has the DRS and is straight through. Under braking, MS Winfield closes very much up. As Milo Rose has dropped back a little bit, lost quite a few positions to all these soft tyres, and oh, just as I say it, Milo Rose clips the car on the curb and spins it all the way around. Very lucky not to actually rip off a rear wheel there. Has continued. But is now possibly going to get overtaken by Sadistic King here. Not quite. Sadistic isn't quite close enough. It looks like Milo Rose didn't pick up any damage, luckily. Oh, and it's happened again. It's Warrior Huntsman. Warrior Huntsman was in P2. I don't believe that the Alpine driver again is out. And look at the action. That is a full safety car now at last. Scenario 7 very nearly driving straight into his teammate there. It's our third victim in 6 laps. It's horrible. It's like watching a massacre out there tonight. We are on a full safety car. And well, everyone is pulling into the pits bar Unknown Elder. The Warrior also staying out. So does Scenario 7. So it's all the soft tyres that are coming in. MS Winfield onto mediums. It looks like they're all onto mediums. Yes, they are. Well, crucially, Sadistic King also stayed out up to P4 now. So ahead of MS Winfield, but hasn't pitted as of yet. Unknown Elder behind the Mercedes safety car that we have with us today. Milo Rose picks up his first 3 second of the night. Interestingly, the only soft tyre driver who decided not to pit was Ollie RL. And My Rose did pit from the mediums and went onto the hards. Is he going to try and make 30 laps on the hard tyre? That is a big stint. There's a problem here with Ollie RL. I think his car's actually disconnected from the session. Marcel serving a penalty there. Could potentially see the safety car in this lap if Marcel and Carlo can catch up with it, but if not, he'll be doing one more lap. Let's look at penalties so far. Torres with 3, Mazepin and Ilinks with 3, Milo Rose with 6 and Marcel with 9. As for position change, well, obviously this safety car has messed things up a little, but the Warrior, Scenario 7, Sadistic King, the big gainers at the top. Milo Rose and Marcel have both lost a few positions. Also see Marcel has actually gone onto the hard tyre. The safety car is in this lap. Marcel very nearly ran into the back of Milo Rose. There's not a lot of warning for Unknown Elder, who's probably going to have to go quite late, but he's gone for it now. Can the Warrior take advantage of this? Well, there's a lot of swerving going around there. A little bit dodgy from Unknown Elder. So it looks like we're all getting fairly cleanly away from the safety car restart. 13 drivers left in this race. It's getting a little bit quiet out here. We see Ollie RL's car, unfortunately, is just ghosting backwards. Is Milo Rose going to make way past Jay Hartnell here? No, not quite. Torres has got past Sadistic King with them fresh medium tyres. But more importantly, MS Winfield is behind Sadistic King. Are we going to see a battle on track between the two championship contenders? MS Winfield almost running into the back of Sadistic King there. Well, surely this is going to be light work for MS Winfield. He's on the the fresher tyre. It's going to be much faster than whatever Sadistic King can do. And Sadistic hasn't looked incredibly in form in this race. And here comes MS Winfield side by side out of the wibbly wobbly bit, going into sector 3. They're going to, and Sadistic King has braked late, but is it too late? No, it's in fact it's perfect. Keeps his car ahead of MS Winfield. We've got yellow flags, but I think, no, that is a spinner. It is a spinner. It's iLinks. He has carried on now though. Back to this battle. Surely MS Winfield's going to take him on the straight if he doesn't take him on the corner first. There is no DRS yet, so this will just be down to purely engine recovery system, which MS Winfield is using. Sadistic isn't. MS Winfield now a car length ahead of Sadistic. And MS Winfield takes P5. That is going to be crucial for this race. Now Mazepin is chasing down, so is Milo Rose. All these cars are hungry to get past Sadistic King on his old tyres. Let's jump back to the front. Is Torres closing down the Scenario 7? Yes, he absolutely is. Torres is massively closing down on these cars in front. In fact, Unknown Elder isn't even getting that far ahead, so Torres is in such a good position here to start making up ground, but he has got to get past these guys on the track. It's going to be tricky. Let's hope we all make it through the wibbly wobbly bit absolutely fine this time. There's been one too many crashes really. Carlo Skiller picks up a 3-second penalty. Meanwhile, iLinks gets back past the ghosted Ollie RL. And Jay Hunt, oh, and there's a big collision, and it's Carlo that's gone wrong. Oh dear, We just jumped to it at the wrong moment, really. We saw Mazepin, both Red Bulls and both McLarens, really. And Marcel's in there as well. They're 3 wide at the moment. This is incredibly close between all these drivers. Unfortunately, it did go wrong for Carlo, who got caught out. Mazepin taking a bit of a bump over the curb there. Getting very close with Jay Hartnell. Jay's going to make his way past now and does get ahead of Mazepin. Torres still hasn't actually managed to get past Scenario 7 just yet. But the 2 cars on hard tyres have made pretty good progress so far. They're Marla Rose and Marcel. Marla Rose is now looking at getting past Sadistic King. And here he does. Ooh! Well, there's a little bit of contact there between Sadistic and Marla Rose. Let's hope no one picked up any wing damage there. And there goes the DRS from Torres. So Scenario 7 is going to be close. I think the Warrior might even get caught in this battle here. Torres is on the outside. He's going to try and get past Scenario, but no, Scenario's going to do a block pass. Oh, he almost squeezes Torres completely off the track there. Let's jump back down because Mazepin and Jay Hartnell are still back in a battle. Ollie RL's car has just pitted. Scenario 7 doing some fantastic defending to keep Torres behind. Three-second time penalty for Marcel. So here comes attempt number 2 from Torres. Seems a little further back this time on Scenario 7. Of course, these medium runners that have been on medium since the start of the race are going to start to want to think about pitting very soon, as we see Marcel get past Sadistic King, as so does Mazepin. Maybe it is time for a pit stop for Sadistic. He is just falling like a stone at the moment. There's just nothing you can do with these tyres. Jay Hartnell wants to get past as well. It's a late move, but it's nicely done by Jay Hartnell, but he's gone too deep. Ah, it was just too deep, unfortunately. Nice and clean, but not quite what he wanted. MS Winfield not quite able to keep up with the pace of Torres and Scenario 7. And Torres just picks up a 3-second time penalty. But Scenario 7 went very deep there into the hairpin. And is this going to give Torres the advantage he needs? Surely he's close enough this time. The DRS opens on both cars. And see Jay Hartnell has made way past Sadistic. Sadistic is in the pits. Here we go then. What tyre choice is Sadistic going to go for? It's onto the soft tyre. There we go. So Sadistic King goes from being one of the least tyre advantaged cars on the circuit to the best, with the fresh soft tyres now coming out. Expect to see fastest laps. Torres still unable to get past Scenario 7. He knows he's so much quicker than the Alpine, but just cannot get past because the Warrior is providing Scenario 7 with DRS. Meanwhile, Marla Rose has actually caught up to MS Winfield on the hard tyre here. This could put some pressure on MS. And Scenario 7 is going to go for the pit. Scenario 7 responds to Sadistic King with a pit stop. And he also goes for the soft tyre. This will bring him out just behind iLinks and ahead of Carlos Skiller, possibly. It's going to be pretty close. Here comes Carlo. No, Carlo is going to get ahead. So now will we see Torrades able to get past the Warrior? Unknown Elder now with a 4-second lead, absolutely unstoppable. We've had a crash, have we? I'm not too sure. I saw arrows dropping down the order. I think everyone's got away okay. And Torrades is up into P2 ahead of the Warrior, using the DRS to advantage. We've got a crash, definitely this time with Scenario 7. Scenario 7 fresh out the pits and may well have to make his way back into the pits if that's wing damage. It doesn't look like it is. He is going to carry on, but Sadistic King's made his way past, and Sadistic King sets the fastest lap, 1:19.1. Who was that? That was the Warrior going a little bit wide there. Myro's still just about a second behind MS Winfield. There's no majorly close battles on track at the moment. The Warrior and Torrades probably the closest of the battles. Mazzaspin for a 3-second penalty. Oh, the Warrior's got a lot of oversteer. Surely thinking about pitting. Yes, he is going to come in. Them tyres are so slippery, you can see it. Unknown Elder is also in the pits then, so these guys could only manage 16 laps on the tyre. That's absolute maximum. And onto the sauce for Unknown Elder, sauce for the Warrior as well. This promotes Torrades to the lead of the race. He's had fantastic pace all night, Torrades. Let's hope he can keep that up. MS Winfield is in second with Myla Rose chasing in third. Myla Rose has actually closed that gap quite significantly. We'll now start to see MS Winfield's tyres start to drop off and Myla Rose's start to come in. But the interesting question here is for those that pitted under the first safety car onto the mediums, so Torrades, MS Winfield, Jay Hartnell, Mazzaspin, iLinks and Carlo, what tyre are they going to go onto for the rest of the race? Potentially the softs, or potentially the mediums. It's going to be very close and their decision is going to be pretty vital to their finishing position. Realistically, the maximum laps they're going to do on these mediums are 16. 7 laps from now will take you to lap 24. Could you get 12 laps out of the soft tyre, or would it be quicker and less risky to split that in half and do 14 on the mediums twice? It's a tricky thing to think about, and here comes Myla Rose. Is he going to make way past MS Winfield? Yes, he does. MS Winfield maybe just let Myla Rose through a little bit in a way that he doesn't want to battle the McLaren. He doesn't want to lose time racing cars on different strategies. It's just not worth it. And Myla Rose moves up into P2. Scenario 7 with the fastest lap now, 1:18.3. Very fast lap indeed. Now let's have a look. Jay Hartnell here is chasing down Marcel. Jay on the mediums, Marcel on the hards. Torres picks up another 3-second penalty. These penalties are going to come into a huge effect come the end of the race. Marcel's gone! Marcel's gone. I don't know if you just caught that on the screen there. It's a safety car. It's the exact same spot 3 times this race. And we have a full safety car. Well, whose hands will this play into? Surely Torres. Torres pits. Myla Rose maybe stays out. Emma Winfield will pit as well. Jay Hartnell, drive-through penalty for speeding under safety car. MS Winfield in. Myla Rose came in as well, actually. So what tyres are these guys going to put on? MS Winfield goes for mediums. Torres, mediums. MS Winfield, mediums. They're going to go to the end of the race on these tyres. This is going to be huge. Unknown Elder takes back lead of the race. The Warrior takes back P2, but these guys have got to pit again. Torres comes out in P3, Myla Rose P4, MS Winfield P5. Mazepin will come out in P6. Jay Hartnell P7. Scenario 7 just takes I-Links to have P8. Or is he going to let I-Links back pass? I think he does. Yep. Although, no, Scenario 7's back through. There's probably a little bit of a glitch that these drivers are currently experiencing, unfortunately. I-Links in P9 then. Carlo Skiller in P10. Sadistic in P11. Sadistic just did pit. So Sadistic decided that despite pitting for the soft tyres just a few laps ago, he'd rather go for the mediums and go to the end of the race. This could be a little bit of a clever play by Sadistic. We know he does know strategies fantastically, one of his strong points. So let's do a penalty check. 6 seconds for the Warrior, 12 for Torres, 9 for Myla Rose, 6 for Mazepin, a drive-through for Jay Hartnell, 3 for Scenario 7, 14 for I-Links, that includes a 5-second penalty somewhere along the line, and 3 for Carlo. Sadistic, Ollie, MS Winfield and Unknown Elder the only people to not pick up a penalty, although Ollie is an AI, so I don't really know if that counts. Jay Hartnell, Carlo and Ollie RL all went on to hards to get to the end of the race. Interesting, as I do think the medium will make it, you just got to be a little bit conservative with your tyre wear. Yeah, just waiting for the AI car to catch up. The safety car might actually go in before. So it doesn't look as if the safety cars are coming in just yet. We haven't got any notice from the stewards. And we'll be doing another lap at least, probably just one more lap to go under safety car. Has Unknown Elder got this in the bag, or is it gonna go a different way? He's gonna have to pull away, pit, and then go again. that was Torres there going quite wide onto the green. But it's going to be very, very close, but Unknown Elder will have tyre advantage. I imagine him and the Warrior will both pit for softs when they do decide to pit. Plus Unknown Elder's got no penalty, but he'll realistically be racing the likes of the Warrior, Torres, Myler Rose, MS Winfield for this win. Let's just see how the RL has caught up to the pack, meaning we will have the safety car in this lap. And there we go, confirmation the safety cars in this lap. Plenty of warning this time for Unknown Elder, so he'll be able to plan when he decides to go for this. Leaving it quite late, and there we go. The Warrior just catching that little curb there on the inside. It almost spun his car around actually. Looks like we're away decently well. Are we going to see any overtakes? Yes, I-Links is getting past an R07 here. There's a little bit of contact there actually between the two drivers. And R07 is going to come back here into turn 1. Meanwhile, Myler Rose has made his way past Torres. We'll jump to that in a second. There's a little bit more contact between these two. Careful, careful, and I-Links does take the position. Myler Rose ahead of Torres. Now these two are on the same tyre. They're battling as hard as they can. MS Winfield there in the background as well. Now let's take it as we are now, with MS Winfield in 5th and Sadistic King in 11th. That would not be enough points for MS Winfield to take the win here. This is how far behind MS Winfield is. Obviously we saw Unknown Elder stole the point for the pole position, but let's see if we can let the fastest lap. That currently belongs to scenario 7. So neither driver in the championship contention to taking any of those points. Unknown Elder now takes the fastest lap of the race at the front, takes a 1 second advantage over the Warrior. And oh, we've got a pitter. That's Jay Hartnell from the hard, so maybe a problem with the front. Oh no, it's a drive-through, of course. Yep, Jay Hartnell had that drive-through penalty, unfortunately. Sadistic King up to P10. I imagine the likes of Unknown Elder, the Warrior, and everyone else on the soft tyre will probably try to get to about lap 26, lap 27 if they want to go back onto the softs. My only concern is Scenario 7, who's been on the soft tyre for 7 laps, will be desperate to get into the pits soon and will probably have to jump on the medium tyre. DRS is now enabled again. Mazepin chasing down MS Winfield here, has the tyre advantage using the ERS. Is he going to make his way past the AlphaTauri? MS Winfield moves to the inside. And there goes Mazepin, he's going to turn in here. Oh, it's very tight. But there's not a lot MS Winfield could do, and Mazepin takes P5 away from him. So the Warrior is pretty much hanging on to Unknown Elder here. He's doing fantastically well on pace. These two drivers have been pretty much quicker than everyone else for the entire race, really. I know their tactics have been a little different. Be interested to see when them two finish up when they do this second pit stop. There's no way they're taking them soft tyres to the end of the race, I wouldn't think. Milo Rose has created a good gap over Torres, who's now being chased down by Mazepin. Let's watch this battle. Mazepin will open the DRS here and surely make light work of the Mercedes in front. And this time he's going to go down the inside into turn 1. It's going to be a little closer, and yet Torres cutting across. Oh, there's a little bit of contact there. And could that have damaged Mazepin's wing? Well, for the moment, Torres stays in front. MS Winfield actually is going to get past. What Mazepin looks as if he let MS Winfield pass there. In the background, we can see Scenario 7 and iLinks going wheel to wheel. These two have been battling all race long, and it is fantastic to see. Scenario 7 down the inside, but iLinks is going to make the cut back. No, he can't. He goes to the inside. Oh, he's on the grass. Oh my goodness. How on earth did iLinks keep it going? I've seen the yellow flag. Oh no, it's the Warrior, but he's still going. Oh, a little bit of a heart in my mouth moment there, because I thought that we'd lost another driver through the wibbly wobbly. But Warrior Huntsman has gone, but has managed to carry on. Doesn't look to be any visible wing damage, but there could always be side pod damage that we can't see. That's promoted everyone up a position. Unknown Elder now has a big gap at the front. Milo Rose in second, Torres third, MS Winfield fourth, and Mazepin's been done for speeding in the pit lane now. He is going to get a new wing then, so that was definitely contact with Torres. It's difficult to exactly see what happened, and maybe we'll see this reported after the race. Sadistic King up to P9, slowly gaining some positions back. Jay Hartnell passes Mazepin in the pits, as does Ollie RL. The Warrior Huntsman being chased down by both Scenario 7 and iLinks. Beautiful helicopter shots we're getting here. iLinks just picks up a 3-second time penalty, another one for the collection. Still Unknown Elder, MS Winfield, Sadistic and Jay Hartnell all yet to pick up track limit penalties. Done fantastically well so far, just 10 laps to go now. As it stands, MS Winfield still won't take enough out of Sadistic King to stay in title championship contention. Sadistic King will be crowned the Tier 2 champion if the results finish as they are currently. There's still a long way to go in this race. I would expect to see Unknown Elder and the Warrior and Scenario 7 and iLink. Oh, and there's been contact! Big contact there for Scenario 7 and Warrior Husband, and iLinks is going to come through as well. These guys are on worn soft tyres. They're going to be extremely slippery, and they are just absolutely battling for it. In fact, it makes sense for one of them to pit just to get out of the battle, to step back from it. Oh, it's good. It's big, and it's gone. It's gone for the Warrior. We can see it happening. The oversteer out the final bit, and it's a safety car. Wow, wow, wow. This race just keeps getting more and more dramatic. We have a full safety car for the third time. Unknown Elder's gone past the pit lane. Oh, that's really not great for Unknown Elder. Milo Rose comes in. Torres comes in. MS Winfield in. Scenario 7 in. iLinks in. Carlo Skiller in. Sadistic King out. Wow. This is going to be huge. So Unknown Elder would have been desperate to pit, but had made his way past the pit entrance when the safety car came out. Sadistic King decided to risk it. Everyone else going for fresh softs then. Jay Hartnell has also pitted, as has Mazepin. That is the entire grid, apart from the two Haas's, into the pits. And Ollie RL, but he's AI, so we don't count that. Has Sadistic made the right risk here? Can he defend the bombardment of cars on the softs? The advantage he has is the time penalties. The disadvantage is we'll probably have about 6 laps to go once the safety car is dealt with. 6 laps to stay ahead of all of these cars. The problem is, if he has changed his mind, if he wants to pit now, he's going to have to do it after Unknown Elder, who surely is going to pit this time, which will cost Sadistic so much time it will hardly be worth it. I mean, I remember a race I did quite a while back at China. It was similar to this, a few laps to go, and yes, we do see Unknown Elder pit. Everyone pitted except me. And Unknown Elder is disqualified for ignoring a yellow flag. What on earth? Unknown Elder disqualified for the session when coming into the pits. What a horrible glitch from Cody's. But there's nothing we can do about it. Wow. Wow, he stopped the car in the pit lane. And that's Unknown Elder's race over. This race has suddenly opened up. Unknown Elder, who looked destined to win it, is now out. As I was saying, I once did a race in China where everyone decided to pit onto the softs at the end. I was on old hards. I thought 2 laps to go, surely I could defend it, and unfortunately into turn 1 I was punted off the track and finished last. Didn't work out for me on that occasion. Maybe it'll work out here for Sadistic King. It's 9 if you don't count Ollie RL, who I believe is still AI. Yes. I'm speechless about Unknown Elder. He might have seen yes, Unknown Elder in the Discord channel, very upset with what has happened. Don't really understand why. He was ahead, so how could he ignore the yellow flags? How could he overtake someone if he's in first? It doesn't really make a lot of sense. Safety car isn't in this lap. I'm going to do one more. Oh, no, it is in this lap, sorry. I've not been watching. Sadistic King now leads. Now, what are we going to see here? iLinks have made a great start ahead of Scenario 7, who's been battling each other all race. And he does get ahead for the moment. Milo Rose going around the outside of Sadistic King. Has he gone in too deep? No, not quite. Milo Rose into first position. Now Torres going for this. MS Winfield all over the back. But iLinks has got past MS Winfield here. But is iLinks going to get caught in the traffic? Well, iLinks. Oh, and there's a huge crash in the background. Scenario 7 just ran into the back of MS Winfield. Scenario 7 just took a huge chunk out of his own front wing and makes a little bit of contact with the Red Bull Carlos Skiller there. Yeah, that is front wing damage for Scenario 7. That is not what he wanted. He ran straight into the back of MS Winfield, who had to brake earlier because of the traffic ahead. And we've got a yellow flag. It's Scenario 7. He's just unfortunately dragging his car back to the pit lane. Well, we're only on lap 30 of 36, but if I'm honest, I think I have to vote this race as race of the season. There's been so much drama and I've loved every second of it. Torres is now making his way past Sadistic King. Torres up into P2. iLinks up into P3. Is iLinks going to go for P2 here? iLinks has snaked his way through. He's going around the outside. And Ilinx has jumped 2 cars in one move up into P2. And now once again we have the battle. We have the battle. It's MS Winfield versus Sadistic. MS Winfield has got to push past. He's got to get past as quickly as possible and hope as many cars as possible can get past Sadistic King. Two Red Bulls in the background having a bit of battle of their own. Well, we will jump to the penalties as we get to the last couple of laps, because realistically Sadistic King and MS Winfield could still win this race. The cars in front do have a lot of penalties and these two still somehow have none. DRS is enabled this lap, but not on this first section. The detection zone is before the line, but that doesn't matter to MS Winfield. He's going past Sadistic King. There he goes. Up into P4 now. He will claw some points back, but just not enough. Let's check that fastest lap again. Well, it's owned by the Warrior, who is out of the session, so I'm not too sure how it works if no one else sets the fastest lap from now. Whether the point goes to whoever else has got the fastest lap, or whether no one gets the point, I'm not too sure. Meanwhile, at the front, Ilinx and Torres are still battling with each other. Milo Rose has pulled out a 3-second advantage. Is Torres going to try and get past here? He's very, very close to Ilinx. I mean, it's been a fantastic race by Torres. It's always good to see a driver having an absolutely awesome race and thinks about the move, doesn't go for it. Carlos Skiller's dropped a few position, and Mazepin's jumped both the Red Bulls. Mazepin jumps both Red Bulls in one move. How fantastic for the McLaren driver. He does show definitely ounces of greatness every now and then, Mazepin. The Red Bulls going side by side through sector 3 there. And side by side through the final corner and across the line. Jay Hartnell currently leading. Please don't let this be a multi-21. Mazepin makes his way past Sadistic King. Now, if MS Winfield finishes 4th, Sadistic King has to finish 11th. And bearing in mind there are only 10 cars in this race, that's not exactly possible. So things are still looking Sadistic King's way. Torres has made his way past Ilinx, but look how close Ilinx is. He is sticking his nose where it doesn't belong. Scenario 7 takes the fastest lap of the race. He will get that point as it stands. Ilinx back into P2. Fantastic move from the Alfa Romeo driver. That has allowed MS Winfield to catch up with these guys. He needs to get past. He needs to take P2 here today. Just 4 laps left, 3 when we reach the line. Sadistic King is under pressure from the Red Bulls. Are the Red Bulls going to work together, or are they going to carry on fighting? Well, Jay Hartnell's got half a second advantage over Carlos Skiller. Jay looking down the inside, but decides not to make the move. It is a risky one into there. Well, Milo Rose is having an absolutely fantastic time at the front of the race. 6-second advantage almost now. That is going to be crucial with these penalties. Jay Hartnell past Sadistic King. Is Carlo going to come past? Yes, he is. Sadistic King down to 8th. Well, he won't lose it to 9th because Ollie is in AI. Scenario 7 is quite a way behind. So Sadistic King to the back of the pack. I realistically expect that is the lowest he will finish in P8. That's without the penalties coming into play. MS Winfield is desperate to get on this podium. The Torres and Ilinx in front are just causing too much traffic here. Mazepin is closed up as well. Can Mazepin take a cheeky podium here? There's no reason why not. Let's jump to Milo Rose, who's having an absolutely fantastic time. Ilinx and Torres go side by side, and MS Winfield coming through as well. Torres has dropped a few positions there. Ilinx picked up another 3-second penalty. MS Winfield into third. Now if I told you that if it finished exactly like this, MS Winfield still has a shot. Wow, 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 what a crazy race. And now he's going for P2 and it's easy just like that. Now he's separated I-Links and Torres. And what? There's a huge crash and that involved Torres. That was a huge, huge moment. And is Torres out? Torres has stopped the car. He is going again. What on earth happened there between Torres and Mazepin? Mazepin out. Just like that. There was definitely big, big contact there. Torres has lost the whole front wing and two drivers that looked like they were definitely in the battle for the podium. Both completely out of contention. Wow, what a race. What a race. Nothing else to say really. MS Winfield has done everything he can. He is in P2. Let's load up the penalties then. So Myler Rose with 9 seconds. MS Winfield will take the win. I-Links in P3 has 15 seconds. Jay Hartnell will jump into P2. Carlos Skiller has 9 seconds. Sadistic King, well, he might even take a podium here. This has just been absolutely insane. We're on the final lap of the race. MS Winfield's just been overtaken by I-Links, but what MS Winfield needs to focus on here is not I-Links, but the actual gap. Torres has retired in the pits. He just couldn't bear to take the car around. That's unfortunate because he would have scored points. MS Winfield just needs to remain within 9 seconds of Myler Rose. The gap is currently 8.2. I-Links is slowing him down. This is going to be right down to the wire. Will MS Winfield take his first win of the season? Will Sadistic King win the championship? Honestly, with these penalties, I couldn't tell you. Myler Rose making his way through. No! Oh! Oh my goodness, I don't believe it! The fireworks are out! And Myler Rose has spun the car. He's managed to keep it going. He surely has no front wing. He's got nothing left. This is the bizarrest race I think I've ever seen. Myler Rose will cross the line, the winner. He will not be the winner. I-Links will cross P2, but he will not be P2 because MS Winfield will win here today in Mexico. Jay Hartnell will take P2. Fantastic race by Jay. Sadistic King in P4. That means he... Let me double check. Well, actually, no. Maybe he's not taking the championship. Let me do a little bit of adding up because MS Winfield takes 40 points from today. Sadistic King takes 20. That means that Sadistic King will be on 271 points in the championship. No, sorry, 251. Whereas MS Winfield will be on 216. The difference between them is 35 points. It means the championship is still alive. Wow, wow, wow. What a race. MS Winfield, first win of the season. And what an important win it was. Fantastic to see both Jay Hartnell and Myler Rose on the podium. Unlucky for Myler Rose, couldn't be P2, couldn't be P1, but fantastic race nevertheless. MS Winfield's 4th podium of the season. Jay Hartnell's first. And Myler Rose's first as well. So, confirmation of the results. MS Winfield is the race winner here today. Our 5th different winner of the season. The first for MS Winfield. It's an English 1-2 as Jay Hartnell takes P2. Myler Rose completing the podium in P3. Sadistic King P4. In the end, it just was not enough. And the championship will go down to the final race next week. I-Links in P5. Carlos Skiller P6. Scenario 7 takes P7. Ollie RL, well, it was AI, so I'm not too sure if it counts. Torres did retire in the end, as did Mazepin. Unknown Elder was disqualified. The Warrior DNF, Marcel DNF, Warrior Huntsman DNF, William Gamer DNF, and Pascal Ruse DNF. Well, 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 what an absolute race. Absolutely, definitely my vote for race of the season. Fantastic work from everyone involved. Very unlucky for those that did unfortunately have to retire. But a fantastic race nevertheless. I'll just load up the calendar to see where our season finale is going to be, because I always forget. And we are in Baku. Wow, that is going to be a good circuit to finish the season on. MS Winfield with a 35-point deficit. It is going to be tricky, but it is possible. Thank you so much for joining us today, and we'll see you next week in Baku.